Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Welcome back. Today's shout out is going out to Big Son Lawn Care on YouTube. He's actually a little bit south of me. Believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you're somewhere down in like the Newport News area. I know you're in the state of Virginia. I'm up here in Northern Virginia. I know you're down there, somewhere in that area, Chesapeake area, something of that nature. Not 100% sure, but my shout out today goes out to Big Son. Alright, hope y'all enjoyed today's listen. Now let's cue the intro. Welcome back to Lawn Dude Unearthed. Now I don't expect to be before you too much long. Can't speak at all, man. Real time. It is a Sunday night. Been a long weekend. Been at the kids' games on Saturday. Daughter actually had her tournaments for soccer, and they're done for the season, but that was a good, maybe 3-4 hours of tournaments, 4 back-to-back games. And right before that, our son had his baseball game. That was about 2 hours. So, long day Saturday, running around today, doing things. So, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am definitely tired to start a week out at that tomorrow morning. So, forgive me if I'm a little tongue-tied and don't quite get my deliver my words correctly right now. It's just because I am a little tired. But you know what? Once again, ain't no excuses coming out of me. I'm still going to get up on this podcast, and I'm still going to sit here and talk about why we should be motivated going into this week. So, June just started, man. June just started. This is crazy. Just yesterday, our season was starting. Now June is starting. It's crazy how quickly the year flies. And it's funny. We say that all the time. The year flies. The year is flying. Oh my goodness, this year. We always say all this. But you know what? Time flies in general. Which is why my motivation for us starting this week out is going to be this: cherish each and every moment of time. What I mean by that is, if you have a wife, you have kids, cherish the moments. Cherish whatever time you can get with them, no matter what it is. I know for me, when the kids started playing their respective sports, daughter plays soccer, son plays baseball. Guess when their seasons are for both of those? Spring and fall. Guess what's the busiest season if you're in the lawn and landscape industry? Spring and fall. At first, I was like, oh, man, how am I going to make this work? It's tough to schedule, blah, this, blah, that. But you know what? It's not about how you're going to make work. It's about what are you going to do to make it work. Because I'm the guy, don't get me wrong, if there's an emergency and I have to go out and do something, I'll take care of it. But I've been blessed to where we've always been able to find a way that I'm able to make everything. And I mean, I don't just show up to a game or two. I show up to every game, every practice. Only way, like when it comes to practices, the only way I miss a practice or a game, is if both their games are at the same time, and then my wife and I have to divide and conquer, or both their practices are at the same time, or like for example, daughter had Friday practices was one of her practice days, and my parents would actually take her to practice on that day. So yeah, what I'm saying is you find a way to make time for whatever is important, because time freaking flies, man. I know it's tough for me to believe that my wife and I have been married 15 years. We're going on 16 years. And you do the math, I am 35 years old. We are high school sweethearts. And I still remember like it was yesterday, the blessed day when I was able to meet her back in high school. And now I wake up and it's been all this time. Time flies. Still remember the day our son was born. Now look at him, about my height, graduating middle school this week, going to high school. Time flies. Still remember our daughter when she was born. Now I'm looking at her getting taller, being the sweet, caring young lady that she is. Time flies. I still remember the days when I was working for other companies, slaving, sun up to sundown. And then June 14th, there goes another date that I screwed up. June 4th. Anniversary coming up in 2 days. By the time this is released, it will be like one day. But June 4th is an anniversary. June 4th, 2015 was when we went full time. That's when we went full time. 9 years full time on June 4th. And I still remember like it was yesterday making that decision. That decision was tough. Some people go, why was your decision so doggone tough for you? It's tough because I have people depending on me. My wife, my kids, those around me. And I didn't want to fail anybody, which is probably why I held on to working full time for so long and doing my business on the side. But it came down to time. When you're working sun up to sundown, you're missing everything. Little did I know at first, running my business full time, it was going to kind of be the same, but it really wasn't. While we were working sun up to sundown when I first went full time, my wife a lot of times would meet us in the field. We would stop at Sheets every morning for breakfast, whatever. And my wife and daughter, some would usually be in school at that point in time, but wife and daughter would meet us at the Sheets, and we would just all get breakfast. She would meet us in the field, and it was just easier because I was in the area that I live in versus working for another company that's in a whole different county and everything, and not seeing them, in the morning everybody's asleep, and then in the afternoon, by the time I'm getting home, really it's nighttime by the time I'm getting home. About time for the kids to go to bed, so I'm only getting maybe an hour or two with them every night. But being full time allowed me time with the family. And since restructuring the business over the last, I would say, 5 years, by the blessing and grace of God, I've been able to make the schedule work to where I get more time with the people that I love. Because once again, time is short. So I say all this to say one thing to you guys. Keep in mind that time is short and cherish every doggone moment. Don't think cutting grass is the most important thing in the world. Don't get me wrong. We do have to go out and make some cheese out there, man. So the way I do it is I figure out how much I need to make. I try to at least make that. And then from that point on, try to schedule everything into it. If kids have a sporting event that week, they have something at school, concert, award ceremony, presentation. Just got to figure out a way to make that work. I don't know how many times there's been an award ceremony that we found out about the night before, and I would have a stop, like a 20 plus stop route, and would still find a way to stop in the middle of that route to go up to that school for that ceremony, because it is important to me. It is crazy important. I would love to sit here and act like I'm Mr. Big Tough Guy, you know what I mean? And, oh man, all I do is bench press, you know what I mean? You feel me? I don't go to all these events and this, that, and third, but you know what, man? That is not me. That is not my style. That's not the way I'm made. I love my family. I love the people around me, and I will always make time for them. And by the grace of God, everything also gets done while I am also making time with them. Production usually gets done. God always provides a way for a production to get done and for me to make the time for all those that I love, for everything that is important to me, and everyone, most importantly, that is important to me. So once again, time is short. Cherish every moment. Cherish your memories. If you're a husband or a wife, because I know I'm not just talking to men, cherish every moment with your significant other. If you're a parent, cherish every moment with your children. Cherish every moment with all your family, your friends. I say those that bring you up more specifically. You don't want to spend a bunch of time with those people that bring you down. That's not going to help you at all. It's not going to motivate you. But hey, y'all, I'm not even going to get into that. That's a whole nother podcast. I don't get so passionate about that. I'll be speaking for another half an hour. But I think y'all get the point, man. Life is short. Cherish every moment. Love on one another. And check on your people. Always. That's all I got for today. And there goes my 2 cents. Y'all take it easy. Have a blessed week. Dominate the week. Peace. Thank you for listening to Lawn Dude Unearthed, where we dive into deep topics, discussing not only the highlight reels, but we talk about the lowlight reels, the struggles, the successes. Anything we want to talk about for today, we will cover on this podcast. Once again, I appreciate you for listening to this. If you can, please give us a 5-star review. We are currently on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, and still working on a few more. Thanks again for listening to us. Y'all be blessed. Peace.